If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new album in the description. Jack Harlow is about to release his new album, Come Home, The Kids Miss You, this Friday on May 6th, so only in 3 days, obviously. And as we get closer to this, I'm going to make some more videos on it, but today he gave us the track list for this thing, which is obviously very big when it comes to a record like this. So today I wanted to go over the track list he gave us. We can tell from the title of those tracks, and also obviously one of the most interesting things, the features on there. So let's jump straight into this. So as I said, I'm going to make more videos on this album talking about all the information we have on this as we get closer to the release date, so throughout the next 2 to 3 days. But today is just going to be the track list, just the track list. He's dropped trailers and singles and all of that, but today is just going to be the track list. But if you want to stay up to date with all the stuff, then make sure you're subscribed. Now let's look at this. So this is the post that he took to Instagram to share. No caption, no nothing. We just know the album is coming on May 6th. Come Home, The Kids Miss You, that's the title. We know the cover art obviously already, and this the same color palette was used for this track list as well, and we obviously got 2 singles that we can also pick out on the track list. But let's actually look at this. So this is 15 tracks in total, and that is a big dub so far. Now of course the number of tracks doesn't necessarily tell you a lot about the album, but you can kind of tell what direction is going in. Is it going to be a 20 song long album that's just flooding the market, playlist type of vibe? Is it just like a very short album? But I think 15 is the perfect balance between every song, each still having its own characteristics and its own personality, but then also, having it in like a more commercial way, which is kind of what he's going for with the sophomore record, I can imagine. So let's look at this. So the first track, Talk of the Town. Now, with all of these, tracks with no features, as I always say, there's not a lot we can say about these, but to some of these we've heard leaks. So for those, I'm gonna, talk about that a little bit. We have Young Harlow. Now, I don't know what that last, title is referring to. Of course, Young Harlow will probably be referring to himself, and then the Easy could be Wheezy, the producer on the track, or also referring to Lil Wayne, Wheezy, but he's also featured later on. So not quite sure what that has to mean, but if you know anything about this, make sure to let me know. Now, the third track, I'd Do Anything to Make You Smile. What a beautiful title, but we also don't know anything about that one yet. Then we have the first single, which is First Class, which you all know from TikTok and from everywhere. It leaked before it dropped officially. That snippet already blew up, and now it has dropped, and it's, number 1 in the Billboard Hot 100, his first number 1, and it's going crazy in terms of streams. I mean, the amount of streams this thing has gotten ever since it dropped only like 2-3 weeks ago, insane, actually mind-blowing, especially for someone like Jack. So First Class obviously going to be here being the main pushing and driving force in this record. Now we also have the 5th track, Dua Lipa, and he dropped a snippet to this yesterday, and it's sounding fire. It's a more upbeat track. It's more like him talking, him proving that he can rap, something like that. I also like the little cadences he does, like the bucket. You feel me? If you heard the snippet, you know what I mean. But that's obviously also something that I'll go into in more videos I make on this. But that track is also going to be on here, which I'm really happy about, because that did sound really dope when he shared that snippet with us just yesterday, and I was kind of interested to see what the track was going to be called, if that Dua Lipa line was just a random line on the tracks, but it's actually called Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa, I'm trying to do more with her than just do a feature, you feel me? That's what he was saying. So I like that one quite a bit. I'm looking forward to hearing the final version. We also have a track called Side Piece that we also don't know anything about, probably talking about his side pieces. Movie Star with Pharrell. Now, having Pharrell on your sophomore record as this, white boy from Tennessee, that is dope. That is actually dope. So shout out to Jack for having Pharrell on here. We have a little secret as well, and I got a shot that we don't know about. Then obviously the big one that everyone's talking about, Churchill Downs featuring Drake. Now this previously was obviously known as Have Your Turn or Have a Turn, and this was the leak obviously going around with Drake dissing Pusha T, and that whole thing started. We're not sure if this is the Have a Turn feature or if this is a completely new track, but I gotta say, for Jack Harlow to have a track called Churchill Downs, which is obviously in his hometown of Louisville, Kentucky, to have Drake on that feature, repping your own hometown, that is crazy. That is actually insane. So shout out to Jack for having that somehow become reality. Is crazy. Yeah, so that one is obviously going to be the one that everyone's going to be looking forward to, because that duo, Drake and Jack, has just been making some waves over the past couple of weeks. Then we have another track, Like a Blade of Grass. Don't know what that is supposed to be. Then we have Parent Trap with Justin Timberlake. Apparently, tapping into his pop side on here, but that's always what he's done with also First Class, for example. So I guess that's a good thing, but I don't want him to slide too much into the like hip hop, type of wave. So I don't know. Justin Timberlake feature just doesn't seem too right, but I'm going to be looking forward to it. Then, as I already said, Poison featuring Lil Wayne. Obviously, Lil Wayne also hopped on the What's Poppin' remix, so the two of them are linked up. Then we have Nail Tech, the first single we've gotten that was really dope as well, but didn't do as well as First Class, but still crazy in numbers. And the last track is called State Fair. So this is the track list, 15 tracks, 4 features in total, Pharrell, Drake, Justin Timberlake, and Lil Wayne. I think 4 features on 15 tracks is a very good ratio for features. Also judging from the songs we know, Nail Tag, Dua Lipa, First Class, is going to be fire. I don't know. I'm excited for this, even though Jack Harlow is still someone who got to prove himself in hip-hop, who is right now, much loved and much hated as well, and I just don't want him to slide too much into that pop corner of having like a, Justin Timberlake feature on here, already hearing him on like First Class, for example. But of course, the Drake track. Everybody's going to be talking about the Drake track, Churchill Downs, and it's his race course in Kentucky where he's from, so that is actually insane. So yeah, this is a track list, 15 tracks, all the features that we just talked about. Come Home, The Kids Miss You, Jack Harlow, out this Friday, May 6th. All the stuff that I just said is, of course, just my own thoughts, my own opinions. Now I want to know what you think about this. Are you excited for this? What track are you looking for the most? What track are you looking for the least? What feature are you most excited for? Is it Drake or is it Justin Timberlake? What do you feel? What do you feel about those 2 features on there? All of this, please do let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.